Welcome to my governance assignment. On May 22nd, 2019, I visited the Toronto District School Board meeting held at the TDSB headquarters, and this assignment will look at the role the trustees play as well as the main issues that were up for discussion at this meeting. So firstly is the role of the trustees. So the trustees are responsible for the operation of the public school system. They are locally elected officials who are elected to the position of trustee during a municipal election. These individuals provide the link between the community they serve and the school board, and as such, they are accountable to their constituents and need to translate what their constituents would like to the school board to make amendments and better serve their community. So at this meeting, there were several issues that were discussed at length. The first of these issues was the uniform policy and the updating the uniform policy in the Toronto District School Board. The main issue for debate was who gets to decide or cast their own vote as to what the policy will be. One trustee thought that it would be appropriate to only have students from grades 8 through 12 cast their own vote, with parents casting votes for students who are in kindergarten through grade 7. However, this was voted against, and the motion that was passed was that students from grade 7 through 12 are able to voice their opinions upon the uniform policy, while parents can voice their opinions for students who are in kindergarten through grade 6. Rather, not through grade 6, but through grade 7. The second issue up for the debate was the joint budget for the TDSB and Toronto Catholic District School Board school buses and transportation. When the transportation budget was discussed, many of the trustees had questions as to why the TDSB is taking some of the brunt that is responsible by the Toronto Catholic District School Board. And the answer to that question was that the amount of resources available to TDSB versus the TCDSB is much greater, and as such, due to the shared location and transportation distances, the TDSB is required to front more of the budget. And the third point that was discussed at length was the professional development for special education. This issue was one that I thought was very important to us as future teachers, as this would help us in our own professional development. And that was proposed in terms of professional development was that sufficient funds be allocated throughout the system to ensure all staff involved in the education and well-being of students are provided with the necessary skills and training required to address the diversity of learning, social, emotional, special education, and all disability-related needs that exist in our school communities, including in the neighborhood school and in the regular education classroom. And that training include not only workshops and online courses, but job-embedded training for teachers and support staff from the various professionals available within the TDSB. However, one trustee found that the word sufficient was very open-ended, and as such moved to remove that term from the motion so that the amount of funds being allocated wasn't a who determines what is sufficient. And with that removed, the motion was carried and this was passed by the school board. Overall, this meeting was very informative and educational, and I found that a lot of the policies that they were discussing were very prevalent to us as future educators going out into these school boards. And as such, these are the resources I used to help me create and look back upon this board meeting and reflect upon the issues that were at hand. Thank you.